This is the swimming lesson by Pratibha Kelapure. For years, I watched people jet ski, kiteboard, surf, row, and frolic, generally in the water. Finally, I realized there must be more to the beach experience than simply immersing your fully clothed body waist-high into murky seawater and walking home in sticky, salty, sweaty clothes from Juhu Beach as we had done as children in Mumbai. I also realized that I had never witnessed any of the sadhus actually walk on water in spite of the fervent claims of such incredible feats. Around the same time, a reverent friend had concluded that the parting of the Red Sea was a myth, dashing my hopes of a miracle. So, it seemed that if I was ever going to experience the ocean waves in their natural glory and reverence, I had better learn to swim. There was another motivation. My 8- and 4-year-old kids were swimming like fish, and I was getting bored with sitting by the poolside serving juice and chips. So, one fine day, I signed up for a swimming lesson at the local community college. The pool was deep blue, calm and quiet, picture of serenity. I could absolutely learn to swim within a matter of 2 weeks, I said to myself. The idea of doing laps in that Olympic-sized pool excited me. After all, hadn't I watched the high school girls zipping past each other with so little effort? This was going to be so easy, I figured. It would be a breeze compared to my one and only swimming lesson in my uncle's backyard well in suburban Mumbai. The well was wide and deep and dark. It was so dark that the water appeared black, as if it was hidden the secrets of the earth within its core. It was a residential well. Women pulled buckets of water every day to wash clothes and the floors. Young men pulled water buckets to bathe themselves. No water snakes slithered down below. No skeletons of murdered husbands lurked beneath the surface. My cousin, Shama, was known to jump into the well with her sari tucked between her legs and dive to the depths of it to retrieve a fallen bucket. My cousin Giri and his friend Raju were known to carry all the neighborhood kids on their back and lap around the well for hours. Raju told me even if dropped to the bottom, he would dive and save me. I was in safe hands. The afternoon started when my aunt pulled out an empty Dala canister, Indian cousin of Crisco, about the size of a pumpkin. The container was vacuum sealed, and a rope was tied around it. She then tied the ends of the rope around my waist. I was now equipped with a makeshift floater and ready for my lesson. The boys jumped into the well one by one with a big splash. 3 of them were holding on to the well wall, looking up and urging me to jump. I inched towards the edge. The wet stones beneath my feet felt cool and eerie. "Come on, just jump, we're all here," they shouted. "Listen, I told you I would fetch you from the bottom of the well before you drowned, I promise," Raju assured me. "You have the dalna tin on your back. You won't drown even if you tried," my aunt comforted me. After 5 minutes of coaxing, the boys were bored. They started playing amongst themselves, diving and splashing a big racket. "It's such a great opportunity. All of them are expert swimmers and divers. You will learn in no time. Shama learned in 2 days. What have you got to lose?" My aunt prodded me again. For a moment, I thought I was going to jump. But I caught myself halfway through the thought and kept my feet firmly planted. I bought time. And finally, before everyone's stunned eyes, I dived in, sort of fell in the water. The icy coolness of water pierced through my body. I went straight down, way, way down. I was sure I was going to die. That I had seen the last of the natural light from the surface, heard the last of the human sounds. Water was in my nostrils, in my ears, and in my throat. In spite of all that, at the last moment, I started to float up again. The Dala tin had done his job, and I was rising back to the surface. At that moment, I saw Raju and grabbed his arm, his neck, and the rest of him. I was holding on to him for my dear life. Everyone applauded and waited for me to break free and enjoy my floating experience. So I let go. But I began to drop down again. Water came to my chin. Shocked, I grabbed back to Raju, who was just about to turn and dive away. At that moment, I knew there was no way on this earth that I would ever go in the water again. Survival instinct was greater than any shame I felt at my miserable failure. Needless to say, I never stepped in my uncle's backyard again. So, years later, here I was facing water anew. It was blue and serene. There were orange, yellow, and blue floaters, flippers, goggles, and nice straight lines. This was going to be easy. At least so I thought. So do I swim now? I'm not telling.